Hey guys, welcome back to the page. Mastiff disc. Today we're going to get a practice round in at a local course that's going to be a tournament this weekend. It's called CFP, or Caesars Ford Park. It's a great course, definitely pro level, and we're going to be throwing multiple discs per tee today. So kind of trying to figure out what I want to do for this weekend's tournament and bring you guys along for the ride. All right, so this is hole one. It's going to be a nice hook shot right here. That location C, so I think they're going to have everything in the long pins today, and for the tournament as well. So kind of what you want to do right here, because it's located just right over there, the basket is, you kind of want to go with a nice hyzer, nice solid hyzer line. So we're going to go with the Bobcat first, and then see what happens from there. All right. Basically the play is, too, you got to hit this gap, and you want it to hook hard to the left. You've got these guardian trees all around the basket, too, so basically you want to come in low and try to skip up towards the basket, but shoot out high almost. It's quite the hole. Well, I hit one of the guardians. So let's go with Macy Valadiaz. Go with that Justice. Doesn't get better than that. Super beefy. Yeah, I'll tell you what, those guardian trees are tough. All right, let's go see where we land it. All right, guys, as you can see, we land it right here. Circle 2 putt. Let's see if you can see the disc. Yeah, right there. Not an easy putt, but something that, obviously you kind of want to run. We've got to look at it, so might as well give it a shot. See what happens. Might as well give it another run. Oh, close. Can't complain about those ups. I don't like that left side. A little better. I got to work on that. Can't keep hitting left chains. Never ends well. You just get lucky. All right, guys, we're on hole 2. This one says it's at location, this one's going to be at location B. So it actually looks like they're not playing all longs, but this one's going to be set up against the creek, just the edge of the creek up there. So that makes it obviously a little bit more challenging. It's a par 4. You've got to shoot this gap through the trees. There's a couple of openings down through here. You can either go straight line drive, or obviously you could do go straight with a little bit of a left hook on that one. That way you land over here in the open. You just basically are playing on your drive. You want to play for placement with the amount of trees that you've got to shoot after. I think we're gonna go Flex Raptor first. I kind of want to go something understable too. Maybe do a hyzer flip and let it ride out straight, hopefully. But first one, since we're playing first disc. All right. Push out. Okay. I rode a little bit closer to the right side than I wanted to, but I got a good kick from the trees. Laying in the middle of the fairway, so we'll see how that one ended up. But let's throw, let's go with the Leopard 3. I want to do like a little hyzer flip with this one. See how it turns out. I'm not going to put a lot of like mustard on this throw though. Well, it definitely flipped up. Good thing we're playing the first one. Shoo-wee! Alright, honestly I cannot complain about this first shot with the Raptor. Got a good kick off those trees landing right here. The basket, I've got this wide open look right here. Got to hit that gap. I can't go too hard with it though, because obviously right behind the basket is a nice drop off right into the water. So I'm gonna have to play it nice and easy. I'm thinking probably go Justice. And then I might try something a little bit less beefy than that and see what happens. But I've got a nice forehand line. Basket's off here to the right side, so we'll see how that works out. So here we go. Okay. Beautiful. So we got the Justice, Culprit, and then I got this new one, the Pine. I want to give that one a shot as well. I haven't thrown the Pine yet, so numbers say it should be good. So. Honestly, it's a pretty good look. I think I've got a 15-foot putt with that one. Let me try the Culprit real quick. Oh no, early release on that one. Alright, let's go with the Pine. Miss it. All on park. Honestly, I hit a tree that would probably save me from going in the water with the Pine. But yeah, the Justice shot should be pretty good, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so the Pine actually ended up there. So about a 25 look putt from the basket, and the Justice ended up being slightly better. So let's try to knock this one down and see where we go from there. It's one of those death putts, so if I don't, I'm obviously I'm going for it today. Tournament with that tree there like that, I don't know. We'll see what happens, see how I'm feeling, see how I'm throwing that day, but today we're going for it. Well, made the first one, can't complain about that. Hey guys, we're on hole 3. This one is going to be at location C. So this one's also going to be down by the water as well, right on the bank or the ledge or whatever you want to call it. But first what you want to do, obviously you've got this open field in front of you, you have to gun this gap first. And then you want to push something out into that field that's going to ride all the way down it. That way you put yourself in a good position for a nice second shot. We're going back into the woods over here. So it's a pretty fun hole. It's one of their, it's a little bit more challenging, especially when it's at location C. So I guess what I'm going to go with is a destroyer. Hopefully it'll, you know, flip a little bit, but then hyzer back, because I don't want to end up over here on the right side. It's just a bunch of trees. You don't have any looks from in there. So, all right, let's try the destroyer out first. That's it. Man, couldn't have asked for a better throw on that one. I think I'm going to have a pretty clean look down to the basket, which is really hard to do usually. So let's try one more really quick. I'm going to go with the MVP Zenith. It's been flying really well for me lately, so let's give this one a shot. Oh, too low. Well, at least my first shots are working today. Oh well. Let's go see where we ended up. All right, so my drive ended up really, really well. It's actually pin high with the basket. You can see there's the disc, and the basket's just down there. Basically what I want to do with this, because it is downhill towards the basket with the creek behind it, I kind of want to go with more of a softer approach, something slow and low. I'll probably go with just like a little putter backhand, because I'm in position to do that luckily, and hopefully I don't go in the water. So let's go ahead and try this one out. It's kind of one of those not necessarily a death putt, but a death approach. So let's give it a shot. So I think I'm okay with that one. Obviously I hit the wrong gap, so let's try to hit the right gap this time. Oh. So we're going 2 left and 2 right. Let's try to hit the middle one with this one. 3rd time's a charm, right? That's it. That's it. I think that one's in the water though. I hit the gap, but I think I'm wet. All right, so my first one is right there. I'm dry and I'll take it. So let's try to find the other 2 discs. All right, it's not a terrible spot. I don't like being up against the trees or anything, but birdie. First birdie of the day. All right, guys, we're on hole 4. This one's pretty tough. Luckily, it's another par 4. So this one, basically this big tree right here, you want to just completely avoid, which is easier said than done. And then there's another cluster of trees you want to try to push past. Obviously, the basket's up on this hillside. There's like a cliff that goes up over here to the right, and that's where the basket's sitting, is right there at the tip top of that, close to the edge. So if you miss your putt, you're going all the way back down. Basically what you want to do is just knock off as much as you can off the drive, throw up a prayer, and then hopefully you put yourself in position to get a good second shot and knock down that hopefully birdie, but we'll see. So fingers crossed you don't lose a stroke. All right, so I think I'm gonna give the I think I'm gonna try forehand on this one with the destroyer. It's a little bit more beat in destroyer. Let's just see what happens. You're trying to get over there to that dirt, that right when the hill starts getting like dirt on it, or like there's no grass. You kind of want to get to that bald spot. So. Honestly, that's not terrible. It was about to kind of curve in and be up there on one of the ledges, because it's basically a crater you got to throw over. So think I'm gonna try, let's try the trace. Same kind of throw. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the Roadrunner. Try to see if I can get a pretty gnarly turn out of it. As long as it rides straight for a while, I'll be all right. Oh, that flipped almost immediately. Well, at least I didn't lose it. All right, let's go see where that Destroyer landed. All right, guys, Destroyer landed here. You can't really even see. Oh wait, let's see. I think that's the basket up there. It's not a very good look. It could be worse, but I'm thinking about, I've got an open look over here. Let me see if I can get you set up. So, let's see. All right, so it's kind of hard to see, but I've got kind of an open backhand look from where the Destroyer landed. I've got some low-hanging branches that might be an issue, but I think that might be, that's the most direct route to the basket. Safest play would be a forehand flick up this side. But, I mean, I've got to look. Getting a possible, that route would not be a 3. This route would. So, let's give it a shot. I think I'm going to go with the culprit on this one. But the, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh! That did not see that branch. Let's try the Saki Bomb Slammer. Oh, same thing. Those invisible branches, man. One more backhand shot, just in case I land here for the tournament, because this is, honestly, if it's the tournament, I'm probably going to play the safe route. I mean, where I land, it's not terrible. It's just an uphill shot, and throwing frisbees uphill is kind of weird. So, that's up there. Not the line I was looking for, but let's go ahead and try the forehand real quick to show you guys what I'm talking about. So we're gonna go up this way. And that is the safe play. So if you don't want to lose a stroke, go that way. But I might not lose a stroke down there either, so about to find out. Okay, we didn't do too bad. Basket's just, away. Basket is just right up there. Basically just gonna try to throw a lob and hope for the best. I mean, it's an easy shot from there. I mean, anything, but throwing uphill like this, anything can happen. I mean, disc golf, anything can happen. So here we go. Let's see. Woo. Well, let's stick this one. Should probably go straddle. Not really straddle, but staggered or whatever you want to call it. That should be parked. Let's give it another shot. And that should be another good one, so we'll see how that turns out. Let's climb up this hill. I'm just glad it's not really that wet today. Otherwise, this would be impossible. Take the quote unquote, oh yeah, look at that. Parked. We will take those all day. From down there, shoot, that's still okay, well that's a par, but still I didn't lose anything, so that's a huge plus. All right, one of these days I gotta get me a better camera setup, like maybe like a drone camera or something like that, because obviously recording this stuff, this is just all straight raw footage from my phone camera right now, until I get some better equipment. But like when you play courses like this, it's so hard for me to show you just exactly how beautiful it is out here, and how like just how beautifully they have the course laid out too. You know, this is just it's number one in Ohio for a reason. Echo Valley is a close second. I think the tee pads here give this one a little bit of a notch up, just because like these tee pads are like twice the size of what Echo Valley has, and they're both big courses, so like Echo Valley needs to update their tee pads. You know, other than that, Echo Valley is a phenomenal course. I'm not trying to crap on Echo Valley or anything, but you know, it's a big course, so you know, you need a little bit more you know, runway for a course like that. So anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling here. This this is hole 5. They have this one at location B, which is only 252, so it's nothing crazy, but you've got a tight line you want to hit right here, because you've got to run straight with a left fade at the end, because it's a nice little shot. So I think I'm gonna go verdict for sure. I don't know what I'm gonna try after that. I think, now that I think about it, I'll probably do Bobcat as well and see which one of those gets me the better line. So because Bobcat's pretty beefy, I'd say. It's only a 0.2. It's a 5.5 0.2.5, but definitely I would say it flies more like a 0.4 almost. It's a beefcake. So let's try the verdict out first, see what happens. Oh, well, hit that stupid tree. So this shouldn't have that problem. I think I'm going to come from the right a little bit more this time. Well, that sucked ass. Damn. Let me give it another shot. Just because I want to get this hole down. It's a par 3, so I mean, obviously I could still par it from either one of those spots, but I'd like to have a birdie look at least. So we're gonna go rock 3, Halo Rock 3. That's better. That's better. That'll be an easier par from there. But let's go ahead and play where the verdict landed. Okay, land it right here with the verdict. I've got, I could do a side step because I've got these low-hanging branches right in front of me, so I think I'm gonna have to do a little side step forehand flick, a little bit of a booger flick for the approach, and we'll see what happens. Like always, we'll see what happens. That's all you can do. 15-foot look from that one. I need to take a little bit off. That's better. Oh yeah. So much better. All right, let's go knock those down for par. Now I re-threw the bobcat. I landed right over here. I don't know if you can see me or not. Probably just out of the picture, but it gave me a birdie look, so let's go ahead and try that out. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that. Alright. So, I re-threw the bobcat because, obviously, I think that's going to be the play for me for the tournament. Gives me a little bit more beef. It did come in a lot higher than I was wanting, but it landed like 20 feet away from the basket, so I can't complain about it. Alright, hole 6 here at CFP. It's probably one of my favorite holes, especially when they have the grass over here to the right cut down, which this time of the year they usually let it grow back, so that's kind of a bummer. But anyways, it's a bomber. It's I think it's at location C. Let me check. Yeah, so they've got it at location C. I mean, I guess technically, distance-wise, it's not considered a bomber. It's only 159 feet, but you do have, obviously, this uphill slope right here. Wide open field, though. As long as you stay in the middle of the fairway, it's wide open. Anyways, so you've got that, and then you've got this really like beautiful like old graveyard over here. I'll have to get a shot of that for you guys as well. So basically what I want to go with on this one is going to be a destroyer. Probably my beat in one for a hyzer flip. That way I get a little extra distance out of it. I'm going to also go with a more beefy destroyer as well, and we'll see how that one works out, and then I'll give the Zenith a try too. So first choice obviously is going to be the blue one, blue destroyer. Got a lot of air under that one. It's down there. Maybe not as far as I want, but I've got a clear look. I should have a nice clean stance. So let's go with the Zenith. Oh, come back in. All right, well, I'm not gonna throw my red destroyer just because now I gotta go look for the Zenith. It went in the tall grass, so bear with me. Super cool. Alright, so the Zenith actually ended up landing right over here. Still out of bounds. Luckily it wasn't the first shot. Destroyer landed right here. So we've got a pretty basic backhand approach here. So we're gonna give it a run. We've got the judge and the culprit. All right, that should be a putt for a birdie right there. I didn't put enough on that one, but I already parked the first one, so what can you do? This hole, it's the shortest hole. here at this course, it's only, let's see, it's at location B, so it's 126. But what you have to do is get through all of these trees. And then there's a real tight gap right up there. You want to try to just shoot out. That way you hopefully park it for birdie. It is a little bit out there though. It's kind of more in the middle of the field. So basically the play is here is you just want to get it out there enough past the trees to give yourself a look at a possible birdie, but definitely a par. So, all right, we're gonna go with the EMAC Truth. And we are out. We hit the gap. I might be a little bit deep actually. Let's go ahead and try another EMAC Truth. One tree to miss. I like that line though, but let's see where the first one landed. Okay, so first disc landed over here. As you can see, really close to the tall grass, which I don't see a white line yet around this, so I don't know for this weekend in the tournament if they're going to count it as OB, but I could obviously see that. I mean, that's quite the I don't know, what do you want to call it, but like, you know, like making it out of that gap is hard enough, and then basically taking a little bit off on a super short hole so that you're not OB, that makes it a little bit more challenging. So hopefully it's not OB, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. So let's try to knock these putts down. Damn it. Oh well, we got the par. All right, here we go, hole 8. This hole is at location B, so it's 855 feet. The pin location exactly is another water hazard hole, so it's backed up right along that ledge, and right behind that ledge is going to be the creek. So anyways, we've got 855 feet between that and us right now, so no worries there yet. Obviously this is a bomber hole. You can tell it's absolutely completely wide open. It's probably one of my favorite holes here. Definitely try to put your whole arm into it. So let's see what we can do. Going with the destroyer again. Well, I got it down there. Let's try the zenith. Oh, don't go in. Fade away. All right. It scared me a little bit. It started fading right towards the woods. It's no fun getting stuck in there or looking for a disc in there. Let's go with the red destroyer. All right, 3 solid drives. Makes it hard for me to choose which disc I want to go with this weekend. Not gonna believe this, but here's the disc lie. All 3 of them right here. Looks like the red destroyer barely got the win for distance. I don't know why I'm having trouble thinking of how to say that word. But I am not mad about any of this, any of these landing spots. Obviously, it's almost identical. So we threw the Blue Destroyer first, and that will be the one that we play. And this gives us a really good look at a second, or our set for our second shot, because this is where it gets a little tricky. It's a little bit tricky because we have to try to gun through that gap. We have to bust our way through that tree line, or at least get ourselves in a good position for our next shot after that. So let's see if we can make it through that. I think I'm going to go with the MVP Tesla. It is a little bit more beefy than the numbers indicate. It's a 9.5 -1.2, but it definitely flies more like a -1.3. So hopefully we can get a decent hook out of it and give ourselves a good landing spot. Stay up. All right, so I landed over there on that left side, the bigger gap on the left side. Hopefully we'll have a good look from there. Let me try something a little bit more understable before we move on. I'm gonna go with this extremely beat in Orion LF. So hopefully I don't flip it over too bad. Get through it. Honestly, that's not a bad spot either. I got way too much height on it, but the outcome turned out to be pretty decent. So let's go see where our third shot. All right, here's where the Tesla landed. We've actually got a really good look for a solid up. I don't want to over pursue it though, just because it's got that creek behind it. So now is when that creek comes into play. I'm thinking something like the EMAC Truth would probably be the play. I'm going to go with that first, and then I might try the Pine and see how that works out. So. All right, first up is the Truth. Ooh, that might be a little heavy. Hit that tree. Yes! That tree came into play perfectly. I've got like a 10-foot look at a birdie right there. Or actually, 1, 2, 3, yeah, that'll be a birdie. Let's go ahead and give the Pine a shot. I want to take a little bit off just because if it wasn't for that tree on that first throw, I probably would have been wet. So. Ooh, got a lot of air on that one. Sit down, tree. That one's gonna be wet. Yeah, I thought I took a little bit off. Oh well. All right, here is where the EMAC Truth landed for me. So it's an easy drop in for par. I'm sorry, it's a birdie. Puts me back to, I think that puts me at 2 under. We'll figure it out at the end. So far into this video, I think I'm 2 under right now. We'll officially check it after I review all the footage and stuff like that. But this next hole is hole 9. This finishes up the front 9 for us. This is a heavily wooded hole. I mean, it's not the worst on the park, but you just want to shoot straight up there and have something that's going to fade to the left to give you a look at, it is at, yeah, location C, so that one's going to be over that way. You can't see it yet, but just bear with me, all right? So I'm going to go with the Flex Raptor again, and then for my second one, I'll probably go with the beefy Tesla. that bush is definitely an issue. Someone needs to come through and cut that sucker down. All right. I need to push more to the right and a little higher, but not crazy. Oh, that's too right, but nah. First one's probably in a better spot. Per usual today. All right, guys. We actually landed in a pretty solid spot. We've got a clear look to the basket right up there, somewhere right there. You can't really see it through the camera, but I want to go with something that's a little bit faster because I'm going to be doing a standstill forehand shot for the approach. Obviously, because I don't want to go backhand with all the trees on this side. It's way more open to the left. So I'm going to try the Firebird first, and then I'm going to go with the Tesla second. So here we go. Oh, almost grabbed the wrong disc. This is the Orion, and it would have done the opposite of what the Firebird did. I like it. Missed the tree. Oh. There's now one skinny tree up there by the basket. That might have given me... if I missed that tree, I'd probably be under the basket. So, anyways, let's try the Tesla on this next shot. Oh, too low. Skip off. Nah. They're probably going to be pretty close to each other, but Tesla, I just threw that one pretty bad. Firebird, had I missed the tree, be sitting pretty, but I think I've got to look for another birdie. So I'm extremely happy with where the Firebird landed. Thought it was going to be a little bit worse. It's just over a 10-foot putt, so let's try to knock this one down. All right, there's another birdie. All right, here we are starting the back nine, hole 10. Let me think. So basically right here, you can see that big old barn down there. It's just in front of it. You can see just before it hits that gravel road out there. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but that's where the basket's gonna be. It is at location B, I believe. So it's 513 feet. So it's gonna take me at least 2 throws to get there. All right, so obviously big holes equal big discs, and big discs are destroyers. So let's go. Oh, it's too low. I got down there, but obviously I missed out on at least 100 more feet with that low height. So let's go ahead and give the red destroyer a shot. Felt so much better. Come on. Ah. Too bad that wasn't my first one. Oh well. Both of them will play nicely. Red one obviously will play better. But gotta play the blue. So this is where my blue one ended up. We've got about another maybe 100 to 150 feet. I don't know. Some people might say 200, whatever. It's all the same to me. Anything under 300. So anyways, we've got a little bit of groundwork to make up. Left it a little bit short because obviously I threw it pretty low. I'm thinking let's try let's go Firebird approach on this one first. But I also kind of want to do, let's go backhand culprit and then Firebird forehand. See how they end up. Nah, I'll be all right. That's about a 10-foot look. And let's go Firebird forehand. I don't know if you guys can see it that well or not. They are right on top of each other. Okay. Well, can't beat that unless it's in the basket. All right, we are on hole 11. This hole is right up there on the left side on the top of this mound down there. So it is at location B, 423 feet. So let's try to get as close as we can with our little noodle arm. I'm gonna go with the red one first this time, Red Destroyer. It's feeling crispy today, so I think it's got the hot hand. Well, that is at the bottom of the mound. So that's about a 400-foot throw right there for this little noodle arm. Let's get another one in with the, go with the blue one, see what we can do. All right. Well, I saw it hit some tall ass weeds, so gotta go looking for that one. This is probably the closest I have ever been. Actually, it is the closest I've ever been to a eagle opportunity on this hole. This is a par 4. I am currently laying just right there at the bottom of this mound. I've got a few guardian trees in my way, so that might make the putt out of question. But as long as I get a good layup, it's a give me birdie. So, and honestly, they'll take what you can get. All right. Let's try a couple different things. I'm going to try to gun this small right gap, just to kind of lay it up. And it worked. So, and that's what you got to worry about. But luckily the first one landed up there and I've got a birdie. So I'm going to go knock that in real quick. Alright, here we are at hole 12. This one's at location C. It's 219 feet, par 3. Currently sitting at, I want to say 5 down, which is actually really good for this course. I hope I get that kind of luck on Saturday. Maybe it's 4 down. I don't know. Either way, 4 or 5 down through 12. I'll take it. So anyways, this one is going to be through that gap. It's going to be a forehand approach or something that's flippy. That way you get a little bit of a left to right fade on this one. It's all the way at the end of that tunnel. You can't even see it from here. I'm not even going to try to show you. So I think I might go with placement on this one, just to be safe. So I'm going to go with the Macy Marie. Gotta love it, Macy Marie. Justice again. So miss the trees. All right, that will play actually. I think I'm only gonna throw one on this one. So my arm's starting to hurt. All right, got a pretty good drive on this one. Arm's starting to get a little bit tired, so I might start just playing one shot and seeing what happens, seeing how the I mean, I'm only playing my first disc anyway, so it's not going to really affect my score either way. So might start giving the arm a little bit of a break. But yeah, this one's just a nice, easy approach, little backhand shot. So I'm going to go with the Judge. All right, we are under the basket. That's a par. Honestly, I can't get over how beautiful this course is. It's just, I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere, so what do you expect, I guess, but it's just so beautiful. It's just got so many different views and everything to like offer. It's funny, all these different, like, I don't know, all this different scenery in just one location. Really makes you appreciate how spoiled we are here in Ohio, you know? All right, here we are, hole 13. Another giant wide open hole that fades into a tight wooded hole. This one is at location B. It's 849 feet away. It's a par 5. I think I'm still currently sitting down at -5. So let's just try to get this one out there. Like I said, I'm only going to start throwing one disc from now on. Arm's feeling a little bit toast right now. I mean, this is a big course, and throwing multiple discs here is definitely tiring, and I want to be able to be fresh for the tournament this weekend. So we'll see what happens. Oh, roller. I don't know if that was caught on camera or not, but that was about to be a terrible drive. Yanked it, and tree branch hit it down, and it turned into about a 200-foot roller. So can't complain about that. I mean, see what I'm talking about? Look at this place. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's where I landed. Let's see what we can do from there. I'm thinking I'm gonna just push one out there. Let's try the Orion and hang it out to the left and see what happens. I mean, that's pretty much the name of the game. Just see what happens. At least when I play. Too low. I'll have a forehand look from there, but I can't keep throwing them low like that. I want to throw two, but like I said, I'm only playing my first one anyways, so if I throw two or not, I have to play the first one anyways. Alright, so this is where we landed. Obviously my goal is to get underneath the basket, but that's a little bit hard from here. It's doable, miracles happen. But what I want to do is I want to throw it out straight, and I wanted to have it come back into the woods where you can kind of see that opening over there. Then that'll set me up for a decent approach if I'm not already under the basket. And I should be able to walk away with the par here. So I think I'm going to go with the Firebird again because it's been all reliable today. Come on in. And that will play perfect. I should have a solid look for a layup and be able to walk away with the par now. So, right. So this is where we landed. If I was a beast at putting, I would totally try to run this. Although this is a practice round, so I might lay up my first one and then run the second one. But as you can see, there's a creek back there. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier on the hole. But this pin location is also at the edge of a creek as well, just because they're cynical like that. So this should be our, well, 18's got a water hazard too, but it's, once you're over that, that's pretty early on in the hole. It is not really that big of a deal. Now that I say that, I'll probably end up in it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and lay up here and try to get a par. Oh, part of me wanted to run that. Oh, both of those look good. Dude, guys, look. Some nerd left their glasses. Alright, this is hole 14. It is at location B. It's a par 3, 258 feet. Basically, what you want to do is just go with a forehand approach on this one, because it's got wide open on the left side. As you can see, the right side's not so wide open. So I'm gonna try to go forehand with a little bit beefier of a Blue Destroyer. So see what happens. Come on back in. Okay. There's a little bit more mustard on that throw than I was anticipating for. Sometimes I just don't know my own strength, I guess. Anyways, yeah, we should have a look for birdie. Oh, you rascal. All right, here we are, hole 15. This one's probably one of the most straightforward holes at this course. It can be the easiest one too, as long as you don't overthink it, overthrow it, you know, yada, yada, yada. It is dead center in this fairway, par 3, and it's 267 feet. So, it's a fun little ace run. Fingers crossed. That'd be sweet if I got one on film. But I'm going to go with the Verdict, and I'm going to go with the Pine, because I want to see how the Pine flies. I'm excited about that disc. And you know what? I'm going to throw the Bobcat as well. I did say I was only going to throw one disc per hole, but this is a nice, fun, easy hole, so cut me some slack. I mean, check out this Pine. Like, look at the, just look at the stamp on it. That's badass. This is apparently the kids edition, but when I heard it was the kids edition, I don't know what the heck that meant, but it had skulls on it, so I was like, forget that, I'm taking it. Bobcat has a sweet stamp. I haven't found a stamp as cool as that one yet. Anyways, all right, here we go. We'll go Verdict first. Whoa, get out of the way. All right, we got about a 15-foot look there. I thought I might have had the ace, so I tried jumping out of the way. You never know. You never know. All right, let's go Bobcat. That's not going to be an ace. And Last but not least, let's try the pine out. I think I'm going to throw this one a little bit more directly at it. It's not as stable as the other two. Ow. Come back in. Well, I threw that one completely wrong. But anyways, verdict's pretty much parked, so looks like another birdie for us. Right, here we are, hole 16. I would say this is probably, well, the next 3 holes are the toughest 3 holes on this course. This one is tough just because they make this one a par 4. Obviously it's parable, but it plays a little bit more like a par 5. The play you want to do, obviously you see that gap up there. You want to try to get your disc as close as possible, if not in that gap, and pray to God it lands in a wide open spot. That way you have a really clean second shot, and it makes getting par or possibly birdie so much easier. So here we go. Honestly, did a lot better than I thought it was going to. I kind of released it a little bit lower than I was anticipating for, and it still got up there, and it's gonna hopefully give me a look at a decent approach. All right, so we've got a pretty solid spot. Obviously, we want to try to shoot this gap right here, miss all these little trees, and then the basket's gonna be all the way up there. Yeah, right there. And it's tucked into the right side, so a forehand approach. I'll probably end up using the same disc. Yeah, I think I'll go with the same disc, which is a little bit beefier destroyer, and hope for the best. So since I'm using the same disc, I have to use a little mini marker, and how cool is that? My Dye Discs made that for me. Boom. Yarg! Alrighty. That's actually gonna be really good. I don't know if I've got a birdie look or not, but that'll play. #17 is a par 4. It's got 1 pin location. It's 522 feet. Yeah, throw through this field, get through that tree line in there, which is very, very thick. So basically you're just throwing up a prayer and hoping it lands in a good spot. So here we go. Honestly, I really like that throw, that line and everything. Trees just got in the way. So we'll see how it ended up. All right, so we landed here. We've got a line through there, so that's the plan, is trying to hit that line, getting out of the woods. So that would put us at 1, 2, and then, you know, if I don't park it, then hopefully I've got a look to lay up for a par. So. Nick the tree. I'm in the open though. I should have a good third shot, so fingers crossed. All right, so I'm gonna go with an approach shot with the judge. Let's see what happens. Ooh, I was kind of going for it on that one, which I don't know if I should have. Probably won't do that in the tournament, because that could be way risky. And the weather on Saturday is calling for rain, so I doubt my score is going to be as good as what it is right now. Let's go ahead and knock that one in for a par. Whoa! Another beautiful view. I mean, right, we are on hole 18, the final hole of CFP. This hole is marked on the sign as a par 4. Tournaments, it plays as a par 5. And so that's how I'm going to play it today. Because basically they play it a par 5 because it averages 6.5 par, or yeah, 6.5 strokes for most players. So let's try to get it. Let's try to get a birdie as a par 5. I mean, basically there's no line through here, so I'm not really. My goal is to just hit this gap, try to hit this slim gap over here, right there, and hope and pray I get a good second look. This is a tough hole, so bear with me. I think I'm gonna go with the old trusty EMAC Truth. See what happens. And that's actually a really good shot. If I can get that in the tournament on Saturday, woo! Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a fantastic shot. I'm gonna have a really good second look now. So. All right, so there's no way in heck you guys will ever find me complaining about this lie for my second throw. I've got a nice wide open gap to hit out there into the open field. Basically getting through these woods in just 2 shots is absolutely ideal. Couldn't ask for a better shot than that. So I'm gonna go with something a little bit more stable so I have a nice little hook that will come back. I think I might go actually with the Firebird so I get a little bit more distance out of it. So see what happens. Well, I stepped right on top of the disc, so it kind of messed up my footing. Luckily, I didn't step past the disc, otherwise that would have been a foot fault. But I am out there in the open, so even with a little mishap, I am still looking good. And hopefully I can park it and walk away with a birdie to finish the day. 7 down. Wow. Alright guys, so this is where I ended up. Basket's right up there behind that giant pine tree. Basically what I want to do, I just want to throw something that's a little bit stable so it comes back in towards that pine tree. Gives me an opportunity for a birdie, and that would tie my personal best here playing from the white tees. So fingers crossed I get this one on film. Might be a little bit deep, but I still think I have a birdie look. That hesitation there before I threw it was me second guessing my disc, and I try never to do that, but I just didn't know if I had the arm strength to get up that hill with the Justice today. So obviously I did. So I'm sitting about 10-15 feet away from the basket, so let's go ahead and knock that par down. Birdie, I'm sorry. I'm selling myself short. All right, guys, well, the round's over. I finished -7 through 18 here at Caesars Ford Park, and that tied a personal best for me from the white tees. Basically, the takeaways from today were go with what you know. I guess stay in my lane. Don't try to do anything too fancy. Keep everything within the fairway. You know, the basics of disc golf is basically, you know, just staying clean, staying out of the brush, out of the woods. I think that's what really helped me today. Get that 7 down. Now, hopefully Saturday, even with the rain, I can come close to that. Which, you know, obviously, you know, it's doable. But we just gotta, you know, hope and pray that the weather, maybe it'll hold off. So, yeah, really happy about the way I played today. So, if you guys, obviously, you know, I'm gonna focus on the tournament this weekend, but next week I might try to get back out and get some videos filmed for you. I know don't have a lot of followers right now, so if you're seeing this and you want to see something specific, just let me know in the comments. But you know, I was thinking about doing like a round next week with just maybe 3 discs or something. I would like to get a round out there at Belmont. I got to show you guys that course as well. It's a nice local course. It's probably one of my favorites. I might go out there. Well, I definitely will go out there next week. I don't know if I'll bring the camera or not. Maybe I'll have my dad come out play if he's feeling up for it, or at least film. He just had back surgery, so you know he's not really allowed to play yet. Yeah, so let's you know, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll make it happen. So thanks again for watching Mastiff Discs. It was great being able to film this for you guys. I don't know why I'm giving a good farewell speech. So anyways, see you next week.